Did you know that protein is important for your cognitive function? I'm a psychiatrist and an integrative medicine doctor, and let's talk about protein. So protein is a building block. It's one of the essential macronutrients, and we need protein for building the foundations of our bodies, for bones and muscles and hormones and neurotransmitters. And if we don't have enough protein, it will have a negative impact on our health. So whether you get the protein from plant sources or animal sources, it is important to get enough, and it is vital for brain health. So some of the amino acids in protein that are especially important for brain health are tryptophan and tyrosine. So maybe you've heard of these, people have them as supplements, but they're just in protein, right? If you have fish or meat or some plant protein, most plant protein, it will have these amino acids. So you can get them from food. And these are particularly important for brain health and cognitive health because they are precursors to dopamine and serotonin. And those are key neurotransmitters that affect mood, that affect cognition and thinking. One thing that we know about protein is it improves executive function, and it also improves memory, especially with high demand tasks. So executive function, it's like our brain secretary. It's like, okay, be on time, this is the to-do list, this is what I need to do, staying on track, staying organized. Working memory is, as you're actually like figuring out a problem, that's the type of memory, right? So when demands are high, protein is especially important. But you don't want to overdo it. Too much protein can be harmful. There's a concern, especially for kidney health. But just in general, you don't want to have excessive anything, including excessive protein. So finding balance and finding the right amount of protein for you is important. It is important to get enough. Many people are not getting enough. Especially older people are often not getting enough protein. So rather than worrying about having too much, most of us need to worry about having enough for good health. The other very important thing to consider when thinking about getting good protein, getting enough protein, is the quality of the protein, especially from animal sources. So it's better to have less, but of high quality. For example, organic and pasture-raised and grass-fed, if it's animal protein, than to load up on conventional animal products from animals that ate corn or were exposed to antibiotics or growth hormones. So conventional animal protein, meat from conventionally raised animals, is pro-inflammatory in our bodies. On the other hand, this clean, grass-fed, grass-finished, organic, or wild meat can actually be anti-inflammatory. So the effect in our bodies is different from having conventional versus this like super clean, grass-fed meat, because cows did not evolve to eat corn. They evolved to eat grass. So the meat from these different cows will have different effects. One little tip how to get enough. Of course, best is to eat real food, right? But sometimes life is full and busy. So if you feel like you're not getting enough, a trick is to just have some protein powder. There are so many different protein powders, so it's just finding something that agrees with you. There are many that are flavorless. Try to find one that has no sugar added, it's just protein. And you can add it to anything. You can mix it into yogurt, you can add it to a smoothie. For me, if I have a bulletproof coffee or mushroom coffee in the morning, I'll just add it to that. Then you need to blend it, right? Because it's just this chunk floating on top. So it doesn't really change the flavor. And here. It tastes pretty much the same as if it wasn't in there, right? But you can also get flavored ones. It tastes great.